The Horse and the Carpenter. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright, and it was odd, because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining shakily, because she knew the sun had got an opportunity to be there. After the day was done, it's very rude of him, he said, to come and spoil the fun. The trees were wet and wet could be, and sand were dry as dry. You could not see the clouds, because no one cloud lay in the sky. The flying over the north wind was out. The world and the carpenter were working close ahead. They sweat like anything just can't see a thought, but the world out their way. Us sister, come and work with us. The world these pitches. A pleasant word, a pleasant talk, along the briny beach. You cannot do with more than farm. You give a hand to each. The other looks at him, but never a word he says. The oldest Oscar winked his eyes and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But four young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treats. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat, and they were old, because you know they hadn't any feet. Four other oysters followed them, and yet another four, and thick and fast they came at last, and more, and more, and more, all hopping through the friendly waves, and scrambling to the shore. The Horse and the Carpenter worked on a mile or so, and then they rest on the rock, convenient load, and all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. The time will come, the Horse said, to talk of many things, of shoes and sheep and sealing world, the carpets and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings. But wait a bit, the oyster cried, before we have a chat, for some of us are outbreed, and others of us are fat. No hurry, said the Carpenter. They thanked him much for that. A loaf of bread, the Horse said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. Now, if you are ready, oyster dear, we can begin to feed. But no, not on earth, the oyster cried, turning a little blue at the such kindness. There will be a dismal things to do. The night is fine, the Horse said. Do you admire a view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are very nice. The Carpenter said nothing, but cast another sigh. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I had to ask you straight. It seemed a shame, the Horse said, to play them such a trick, after we brought them out so far, and made them trust so quick. The Carpenter said nothing, but the butter's sweet to take. I wait for you, the Horse said. I deeply sympathize with sobs and tears he shot out, though of the largest sigh, holding his pocket handkerchief before his screaming eyes. Oh, upstairs, said the Carpenter, you have a pleasant run, so we'll be strolling home again. But answer comes and none, and this was scarcely odd, because they'd been eating every one.